What is going on, everybody? I am here with the winners of the EU Regionals. Who are you all?
I'm Swanee.
And you play for?
Team Epsilon.
Epsilon, you won it. Way! Dylan, how you doing?
I mean, I'm good. I'm pretty annoyed, but I'm
How are
good.
you annoyed? You just won.
Bro, like, my respawn game's not really flawless, but that was someone else, bro. Like, I couldn't get nothing going. Like, a few times I made a vital kill, but compared to like how I normally play on respawn, I just run all over TCM, but that was not how I normally do against TCM.
Josh, how does it feel teaming with someone from Optic?
I mean, what can I say? Biggest Optic fan going.
Feeling good with your victory, Tommy? Like, give me a rundown of the tournament, what happened, and how you end up taking the gold. It wasn't gold this time. It was a see-through trophy. Yeah, there we go. Are you happy? How'd the tournament go?
Definitely, me and Swan pretty much used our disappointment of last year to really push on and win this time. Obviously, Dylan knows what it feels like to win. Josh's first one, he wants to really prove himself on the world stage, so felt good. Tournament went pretty smoothly. Smoothie? What the?
Smoothie. We should all go get smoothies off this.
Smoothly, but we obviously had a few mistakes that we just spoke over, and no one really got angry. We were just like, right, just next time, lads, just don't do that, do this, and it went pretty well.
Whip them into shape, because you're kind of the in-game leader, is that correct?
It varies. If someone else has got better knowledge on a certain situation or something that happened, then they'll take the role, but anything else, we just all chip in.
Who's got any thoughts on the final, exactly how it kind of played out? Swanee, I know you're a bit of a tactician, a bit of a reserve. Although you are quite loud in game, you are kind of like a tactician and a reserve person in general. Maybe you've got like a thought on how everything went.
I mean, to summarise, the final was basically the same as the whole narrative for us throughout the whole tournament, and that it was just a case of one, experience, and two, consistency.
Nice words.
Thanks, mate. I've been working on the vocabulary, but yeah. To link the two, I think our experience certainly contributed towards our consistency. By no means did we whitewash every team, but we maintained sort of a level sort of performance throughout the whole event, and we just stepped up to the plate when it mattered.
Wicked, all right. So Dylan, at the end of that match, there was some theatrics. I don't know what else to call it. There's a bit of a bluku, a bit of... What was that about? Who are you talking to? What kind of message are you trying to send?
There's many messages, like
gunshots or something like that.
Like,
I don't know.
There was like many records to keep in that game, and many records were kept. So we won't say what records are kept, but just let TCM know what records we kept. But so that was a nice win. That was a nice win.
So now you're a two-time European champion, reigning for over a period of 2 years. Would you say that you are the factor in Europe?
By all means, no. I wouldn't say I'm a fat dad.
I was not expecting that answer whatsoever.
I would class myself as a strong player. I hold my own when needed. But I mean, when you got three players of a caliber as these three, like, you cannot be a fat dad. Everyone's a fat dad, and everyone shows up on the day as we did today. Like, we was never put on the back foot. No one went up in the maps. No one took us to the last map. We kept it nice. People took a map, but they were sloppy maps. They won by minuscule. Yeah. Not once did we get mopped to a point where we were put on the back foot. So that was really good to be felt comfortable for the whole tournament. It'd be good to actually get put on the back foot for champs, to have that experience being on the back foot and coming back.
Yeah. Well, you mean literally at champs you would like to maybe face a bit more adversary?
No, just to have
adversity. I'm doing a Tommy. It's adversity, right, Dom?
Just to have the experience of that. If it was like 2-0 down or 1-2 down or last map at a LAN event, that we would just pull it out. But no one in the past two events we've attended has took us to last map, or we've been down on maps. We've just literally just been cruising, and people took maps, but it is what it is. We keep composure all the time. You see me there 5-5 in the S&D. We ninja diffused. They didn't keep composure. We kept full composure.
Diesel. Now, someone who was arguably a factor in the final and throughout the tournament was Josh. You had a really good final series, am I right?
Could say so.
Yeah, so give us a little rundown what happened. You hit some big numbers.
Just the usual, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, a few words, but I'm going to press you for a bit of a explanation of your performance, because you definitely brought some fire to this tournament. It's your first time being able to compete for a place in America, because last year you were too young. I'm not sure the history before that, but definitely last year you weren't able to get on the team because you were too young. And so this time, you were eligible. Are you happy? Are you happy with how you performed?
Oh yeah, I'm pleased. Obviously, it's the first time attempting to qualify, and we smashed it. And then we went and won the event as well. So it's such a big boost. I think I played best I've played in a while. So I'm really pleased. I'm just glad we got the W, and looking forward to LA.
Yeah. Something that I think is quite interesting is that you guys are essentially like a mixed team. Obviously, a lot of you have played before together. However, Tommy's starting his own org with the help of a friend or a couple of friends. Storm. Swanee might be going back to America, potentially, because he's just been playing on Optic Nation. Then well, no, this is what I'm asking about. No, exactly so. And I'm thinking you guys are clearly playing very well together, now the reigning European champions. If you were to perform very highly in the US, what's going on? You know, could you consider maybe sticking around together? Or there's obviously a lot of business decisions involved and stuff, but I'm going to get a bit from each of you on this. So,
well, obviously, the factor with Swan going, if he goes back, is the team that he was part of. If they do really well, then they're unlikely to make a change. So, it's really disappointing for Swanee, but we're all hoping they do pretty rubbish to keep him here. But that's pretty selfish. But now, obviously, if we do really well,
well, then you have to hope they do well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're
hoping that they really smash it, but
okay, cool.
That's quite selfish from ourselves.
No,
but,
I understand,
yeah, just if we do really well in Worlds, then obviously everyone has to consider what they want and what they want from being a competitive player. But yeah, we're just hoping that we smash it and then we'll go from there.
Josh, thoughts?
Tom basically said everything. We just got to see what happens at Worlds. We could go and win it, and then obviously, see what happens from there.
If you guys did well, Dylan, would you consider trying to make sure people like Tommy and Swanee were looking to team with you again and stick around maybe as a full unit?
I mean, either way, we do bad or good, which I hope we're always going to do good at the event. I'm pretty sure we have the talent to do good. But either way, I want this team to stick. It's the most confidence I've had in the team probably since like Modern Warfare 3 times, which is like 2-3 years ago. So I'm just happy that anyone in his team can carry when necessary, and anyone could pull something out of the bag. And this is not a God squad, but this is the squad.
Okay,
yeah.
The squad. I like that. Good description. And then Swanee, obviously it'd be interesting to get your opinion on it, because joining and being part of a team like Optic brings a lot of course, opportunities. Be arguably a great move career-wise and stuff like that. But if you guys did do great, who knows, you could win it, whatever, your top 3. Would you consider sticking around for more wins? Or I don't know, obviously you don't have to spill all the beans, but it'd be great to get a bit of your opinion on it.
I mean, obviously you have to take into consideration champs and things, but our performance at champs for me as an individual wouldn't really be a contributory factor to my decision. Either way, if I was to stay in Europe, I'd undoubtedly, 100% stay with this exact roster. If I was to stay in Europe, obviously it's all hypothetical and it depends on certain situations, certain roster changes, how I feel after champs and things. And as you said, our performance is a huge part of it. But even if we didn't perform well, I'd have to strongly, I'd have to strongly consider staying with this team. And if I was to stay in Europe, I'd 100% be staying with this exact team.
All right, sweet. Well, I mean, you guys performed amazingly, and you're now the reigning European champions, and so who knows what can happen in the US. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I mean, it was quite a dominant performance against TCM. So 3-1, right? Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see how you do in America. Any final words?
Just thank you for Gfinity and Activision for hosting this event again, really. But without them, we wouldn't really have anything to play for, so they're really putting back in the community.
Yeah, Josh?
One order. Shout out to the 3 boys here. I mean, we put a lot of time in. Everyone's dedicated, just blood, sweat and tears into our practice, and it's pretty much do or die time now for all of us. So we just got to go for that one placement. It's literally just show Americans that we are not ramping about this year. We will take you down 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Nice. I like the confidence. Swanee?
I mean, just to echo what Tom said, I think there's a substantial list of people which I can't really repeat, like who to thank. Obviously, everyone who supports us, Activision, Gfinity themselves for actually contributing, partnering with Activision to host the event. Which, in terms of the event, Gfinity just constantly improve and exceed expectations of pretty much every event. And I'd say it completely eclipses not just previous Gfinity events, but last regional specifically in terms of the venue and everything. It's just a step up to the next level, and it's obviously reflective of esports as a whole, which has grown. Aside from that, Epsilon, Greg, who's working tirelessly behind the scenes, all of our sponsors, all the fans of Epsilon, ourselves and the team itself, and everyone who watched, all the Call of Duty fans in general who tuned into the stream throughout the weekend.
Awesome. That is it for us here. I think we're all going to go chill out now, have some food, and wish everybody the best of luck. Hopefully Epsilon, TCM, all the other teams that have qualified are going to show a great performance in the US. We're out of here.
Thank you.
Peace.